What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at every single Trailblazer so far. We've managed to get Saar as the new SBC for today, but we have looked at the rest of them from yesterday, and most definitely there is some very impressive ones and some not so impressive ones. The first one I wanted to speak about is going to be Callum Wilson. Can I just pull him from the group here? Let's see if we can find him. Is he the last one? There he is. Callum Wilson, the objective for this week. I can imagine if this, I'm pretty sure this is a 2-week promo. We'll get another Trailblazer next week that hopefully is of a similar level, because I must admit, as a starter squad, he's not terrible. Whether you're spending points or got very lucky with your strikers, it will depend on how you see Wilson. I think in terms of not having the Playstyle Plus does put him at a slight disadvantage, if I'm being honest, but adding some stars to him at the very minimum. I think he got 3 of them in total, and a very easy objective to do. I think it takes literally, if you're doing him in champs, for instance, because you just need to win the 7 with 3 Premier League, which I see a lot of people having a lot of Premier League base teams, or at least there is 3 players at the minimum in their team. That is all you need. Just win 7 matches and you're absolutely golden with it. In terms of him then, I feel like a little bit blocky at times. Got a good amount of pace, especially when you whack a hunter. Finishing is absolutely perfect. I think that part of him is brilliant. The non-playstyle plus, you got to take into some kind of advantage there, because we can get 84s, 85s, 86s. Some of them have playstyle pluses and use them absolutely perfectly, and some are just useless with it. I do think if I'm looking at a Trailblazer list, I think I'd be looking at probably A for right now, and then B maybe going into the kind of next week of them, depending on who we get. We do have Mr. Mbappé that, again, I think we have just missed out on somewhere. He is just a loss for words, to be honest. When it comes to Mbappé, he now has the Playstyle Plus for Power Shot, which is an absolute joke. If you have not used a Power Shot Plus player, for instance, Rashford seems to be the big one in everybody's teams. He is incredible. And I must admit, I really didn't expect them to give him the Power Shot Plus, because it is just naturally incredible. On his normal card, he has, what does he even have? Quick Step, which again is pretty good. If you're looking again for a cheaper version for someone with a Playstyle Plus of Quick Step, Diaby is going to be the great shout from Aston Villa, the right mid. He again works that really well on the wing. So now making it more shooting orientated for Mbappe is nuts. He's gone from 2.8 mil with just a +1 on the upgrade, literally 1 on every stat, but the change in that Playstyle Plus up to 5 million coins, and he's going to be very difficult to back. There's no two ways about it. There's only so many people with him, but he is absolutely S tier through and through. I think even Gold Mbappe, we're going to be able to play with him again, probably up until team of the season, and then, to be fair, even after if you really wanted to. He is just that meta in this game. Another one that I really did fancy this year is Griezmann. He has been absolutely brilliant in his gold version, and I'm very, very happy he's in this promo. Did, again, only get a +1, but 2 on the pace shooting and also dribbling, 1 on everything else. He has now got a Trivela playstyle plus in comparison to a finesse shot. Probably a bit of a downgrade for him, if I'm being brutal, because Trivela, FC24 is here, and Sky Coach has all your needs covered. From squad battles, champs, qualifications, and even now draft boosting, there is a long list of services they do give, as well as coaching, and also the big one everybody wants in FC24 coins. This service is fast and reliable, and you will get your coins, your boosting services, or obviously coaching in a matter of hours. If you do want to get any of these, make sure you head over to skycoach.gg, go onto the website, and when you go to checkout, make sure that you are using the code JT11 at checkout for your 5% off your orders. And if you'd prefer to do this on mobile, check out the screen right now with the QR code for their mobile app. As much as, yes, it is a very broken shot still, it works very well. I really like the Finesse Shot Plus. It works brilliantly. He's got the dribbling to go along with it. He can make the space. Maybe doesn't necessarily have a great deal of pace. A Hunter could easily sort that out. But I do like the Finesse Shot. I think that one is a very good one. When it comes to the shooting, I like Finesse and Power Shot as the 2 ones to have as the plus, really. Trivela's nice if it's just a normal style. So I do think for Griezmann, it is a bit unfortunate that he's already got a very meta one, and he's currently coming in at 630 in terms of price. I think it's justified. He's a good card and still be a good card. It's not as if he's completely lost all ability, but I do think for me, it isn't as good as the gold card for the Playstyle Plus. And then I have Hansen. Now, if you've ever played with her, the gold card seems to be very similar in some aspects. With this one, we have had the Playstyle Plus in comparison to the Trickster Playstyle Plus. And I must admit, she's still absolutely incredibly priced as a gold at 730,000 coins. With a lot of Barca links, which is always perfect. And a great link to Haaland if you'd really want. Now having the Finesse Shot. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The cut-in, the 5-star forward, the stats are absolutely magnificent. Coming in now at 1.8 million coins is crazy. One that I did think that probably could have done with one is Di Lorenzo. It's gone from an 85 to an 86, so not the biggest upgrade in the world. He's gone from 16,000 to 51,000, purely based on the fact that it's a special upgrade, it's a new card, but he hasn't had any Playstyle Plus added, very much like Wilson, which is a little bit of a shame. In the ones that he does have now, though, he's got Pinged Pass, Rapid, First Touch, and Relentless. On the normal gold version, he has got Relentless, First Touch, and Rapid, which means, if I can figure it out, he's got Pinged Pass added. I mean, if they're not going to add a Playstyle Plus, 2 Playstyles would have been nice. Maybe 2 Playstyles per Playstyle Plus. It just would have been nice. I do think he's a great right back. In terms of the start of the game, I think he's definitely up into the S and A. If I'm being brutal with him, I think if he had a Playstyle Plus, I'd have gone with S for him. Thinking of what right backs we do have, I'm gonna stick with a solid A, and most definitely could push into that better category. To be fair, what is the ankle like on him? 90 pace, 88 defending, 88 physical. Oh, I've gone down on the wrong screen. He is... What's that, an 87 rated right back? I mean, it's a very good statted one, but I'm thinking Hakimi, I'm thinking Carfu, Lahm, you've got Kyle Walker, who's obviously incredible. To be fair, there's not like a huge gap in them in terms of right back. Whether I go for the S, if we have a look what other right backs we do actually have in the high category, we have got, obviously, Carlos Alberto, but I personally prefer him as a centre-back. Koyunde can technically play right back. You've got Kyle Walker, you've got Arejo who can play right back, Hakimi. So, I mean, in terms of a right back, actually, it's not terrible. He's not got too much competition, that's the problem. I think I'll stick him in the A. I think in A, it's a solid upgrade. If you manage to have a double or a triple upgrade with no Playstyle Plus, potential. But for right now, I'm going to go there. We then also have Mickey with a very similar sort of upgrade. Gone from, what, an 84 was he? Or an, oh, okay, 81. It was an 84 in form that he's had. Now into the 86. He has got Incisive Playstyle Plus, which is absolutely spot on for him. He didn't have a Playstyle Plus as well, which is always nice. And he does have the 4-star, 5-star. So I think this takes a card from almost being, especially at an 81, from like a C rating completely, all the way up to an A. He's got a very good Playstyle Plus, good stats added. From the 81, he's had a good bonus of, what, a 5 upgrade overall, but a double upgrade from his normal inform that's coming in at 20,000 coins. Now, one that I was severely disappointed with is Ruben Dias. Like, I get not necessarily raising the pace up of everybody. He managed to get Anticipate as his Playstyle Plus, which I think he had Bruiser as the other one. But a 3 upgrade on the pace at 65 is just... It's not enough when we've got centre-backs with like 80 plus. It's just not going to be enough for him. I think at the minimum going up to like 75 and maybe not having as much defending and dribbling. Well, to be fair, they only had 1 upgrade there. I think for me that's a total wrong card. If he did have a bit of an upgrade on that pace, I could see him going into an S category for the defensive ability of stuff. Because we know when it comes to a centre-back, like a Puyol, like a Nesta, like a Baresi, if they don't necessarily have the pace, they are most definitely going to have that ability to tackle and to slide tackle, to stand tackle, to jockey. But it comes to the one-on-one races, they just don't have a shot. So for me, I'm going to have to go A. If he did have the 75 pace that I think would have been really nice, he'd have easily pushed himself into an S. Maybe even an S+, but if we be realistic, when he's looking at Virgil, Varane, Koyunde, Militao, there's just names at the minute that centre-backs are absolutely key. We then have a few of the lower rated players. So we've got 10k, 12k, 10k, 10k in these 3, which, I mean, in terms of what you expect, it's bound to have some players that are not of a massive value. I think that is Acosta's one of them as well. So we've got 5 of them, including the female Brazilian right mid. Has got a 4-star, 4-star, which is always nice. We then also have Wagner as the left back, who is German for MLS. Great for the Messi links if you're making an MLS squad nonetheless. But I do think in terms of standards, he's going to be bog standard. It's not going to be anything too crazy. I feel like mainly it's got to be in that C category. Acosta, another MLS, which seems to be very heavy on there. Good links to Messi being Argentinian as well. A 5-star, 3-star. Does have the Playstar Plus for none of it, but he has had some increase. He's now got incisive pass, technical flair, first touch relentless, and Travella, which is definitely not a bad lineup, to be honest. Just as a one, Wagner just got a couple of upgrades. He's now got relentless, technical, intercept, jockey, and long ball pass. So again, you've got some aspect that actually works all right, but I do think in general, they're not necessarily going to be key players in this. They are just there to bulk up the squad, if anything. And then it's Guarassi? Don't know how you pronounce his name. We're not going to go too far into it. But he, again, didn't have the Playstar Plus. Pretty standard striker. He is, how tall is he? I want to say he's 6'2", 3-star, 3-star. Very, very bog standard. And I do think shooting-wise has gone up nicely from a 77 gold common to an 81 in form, now into an 84. It's a nice upgrade for him, but he is unfortunately at the bottom. You then also have Herrera as the, is that Venezuelan centre mid, 10.5k, no Playstyle Plus, pretty standard, but even worse because of that pace. Unfortunately, it's just not going to work. Then we have the female Brazilian, right mid 85, going from an 80 rated all the way up. Again, no Playstyle Plus, which is what we could kind of expect from these lower rated players now. And I do think in terms of dribbling and obviously pace, looking relatively nice, but it unfortunately not. It's just not going to happen. If then we look at the rest, we have got Jude, a beautiful 88 already, which is just crazy that he's already had an in-form 87. Now onto his Trailblazer, having the technical Playstyle Plus instead of the relentless. Again, very much like Griezmann, I think Bellingham definitely is better with that relentless, just because of what it kind of can do. Technical, I personally find better for a winger. I like a right wing with it, a left wing with it, because it is the quicker controlled dribbling or sprinting, rather than necessarily having that ability to just keep going with the fatigue. He is still very, very good in the game. I'm still very impressed with how well he actually plays. You may not agree, you may disagree. I've got his 86 at the moment, tried out his 87, and I do think them two most definitely are of a very good quality. Stats wise may not look that impressive as of yet, but in game is just beautiful for him, and he does have the 4-star. We then also have our man Kayunde. Now this is a cracking centre back. 85 pace on the base, can play right back if you really want, 505k with a Playstyle Plus of slide tackle. In terms of what he had previously, he did have jockey. I'm quite happy with either. With the slide tackle one, as much as I don't slide tackle consistently, most definitely I still do at points. So that is always going to be handy if you have somebody that is going to be able to do it to a better level as well. I think for me, he is 100% going in that S+. When it comes to some of the centre-backs, he most definitely, even at an 85, still coming in at 180,000 coins, which is crazy. And to put it into perspective of Varane, he's only about 60 to 70,000 coins now, if he hasn't gone up by the time this video has been watched. But I do think most definitely Kayunde is in that massive category. Same as Salah, to be honest. I think we all could kind of expect it with him. 91 rated, now gone from 89.90 to a 91. A million coins with the technical Playstyle Plus, which works out absolutely perfect. He did have finesse shot with him, I must admit. Them cut-ins on the left foot could be absolutely brilliant. 4-star, 3-star still. I don't think he went up in that aspect. So you could argue depending on what you want from him. I do think he is one of the better shooting wingers that you can get, especially on that cut-in, very much like how we used to use Robben, how we used to use Bale. They are brilliant down the wing, but you can get to the edge of the box. With that finesse shot, Playstyle Plus could have had that shot onto him, but I think the technical is still just as useful if you wanted to be that quicker winger, get the controlled sprint out, and just absolutely bomb it down the line. And finally, we had an SBC of today. It is Sarr, the lovely right mid. What is he? Senegalese, 96 pace, 86 dribbling, which is nice. Unfortunately, doesn't have the Playstyle Plus as well. Got rapid flair and quick step. He was a 76 as well with rapid and quick step. So he has managed to gain flair, which I suppose is not a terrible one, but 51,000 coins, very easy SBC to complete. I'd be looking at a standard A if I'm being brutally honest. With these like here, I'd probably go up one. I'd probably get rid of C and just call that kind of the fodder zone, because most definitely that is all they're going to be used for, or just an objective squad at the very minimum. So let me know down below if you do agree, disagree. Let me know your thoughts, and if you've packed any, flex them in the comments. And I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.